going to do my tattoo update, and I'm not going to do the tattoo tag, but more just kind of show you guys the tattoos that I have and explain why I got them. Firstly, I'd just like to say, please do bear in mind that these tattoos are personal to me. I don't expect you all to like them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be horrible if you don't like them, because you've got to remember that these are with me forever, and it can be kind of, you know, mean and whatnot. I am a human if you start going like, I hate them anyway. So I'm going to do my piercings in a different video because I think it's too much. I've got like 17 tattoos and like 14 piercings in this video. It'll be like a million boring minutes long. So I'm just going to do tattoos today, and let's get straight into it. So I figured I would start with my hands. Now on my hands I have palm trees on my index finger, which signify my love for Miami. It's the place that I want to be all year round, but yeah, and also, you know, it's really pretty and it's the complete opposite to what is my daily life in London, you know, tropical and whatnot. The infinity on my ring finger is a tattoo that both Fabio and I decided to get. We both have the infinity symbol. It's a positive message, and also we got married on the 8th, and we wanted something so that when we're not wearing our wedding rings, it's still kind of something there, you know, to kind of show that we have I don't know, but you know what I mean. And then we have my $1 bill, which I just got because I love it. I think it's a really cool tattoo. I really like it. I got it in green because I thought it was slightly different. I didn't want it to be in your face and black and like blah. But money makes the world go around, and yeah. So in terms of pain, yes, they hurt. In my opinion, I'd say maybe a 7 out of 10. It's a bony area and whatnot, but I do think it's worth it. So if you are thinking about it, then why not? But do bear in mind that they are on your hands, and if you are in a work environment where, for one, you can't have tattoos, or, you know, your hands can't necessarily be tattooed, or, you know, you don't want whatever, just think about it, is what I'm trying to say. So then we have this evil eye tattoo that I have here on my arm, and I don't know exactly what the name of this bone is or this location, but I do know that this is where my tattoo is situated. I have an evil eye. I'm Greek, and it's been a big part of my life. My dad has them everywhere, and well, I know it's not called an evil eye, but I call them evil eyes, or they can be called evil eyes, whatever. But here is mine, and I love this tattoo, and I placed it here because it's kind of like, you know, keeping the evil away. I don't think this was a very painful location. I'd give it maybe a 4 out of 10. Then I have a tattoo around my wrist which says, "Up all night, got demons to fight." And I originally had this little skull tattoo previously, and then I got the writing tattooed around it. And the reason I got this is because sometimes we find ourselves with some demons, I mean hypothetically speaking, so some issues, some problems. Personally, sometimes I struggle with, I struggle with them the most at night, and so for me it's kind of like a reminder that I'm up all night, got demons to fight, if that makes sense. So in terms of pain, I'd say maybe a 6 out of 10. For going fully around the wrist, including the skull. Next, on my other wrist, we have 2 flowers. One is a pink carnation, I believe, and the other is a gladiolus flower. This one represents strength, and it signifies, it's for my dad, and this one signifies the love of a mother. And then I also have my parents' personal writing, mum and dad. Well, it says mama and dadu. I actually took it from one of my birthday cards. Just took it to the tattoo shop, and yeah, so I love this tattoo. There isn't really much reasoning behind it apart from that it's for my parents, and I love them. Then we have some Roman numerals on the inside of my left arm, and this is, for me, it kind of marks the end of a point in my life where I wasn't very happy, and then I became happy, and it also is the day that Fabio and I kind of made things official, and so yeah, he has it too. On my other arm, now this tattoo is a newbie, and I didn't want to share it until it had healed, and it is portrait style 1968 Lamborghini Miura. And the reason that I chose to get this tattoo is because personally, since I was a kid, I keep saying personally, but I want you guys to know, obviously it's because it's personal to me. Anyway, so since I was a kid, my father and I have had a strong bond over cars. He's a retired engineer and a classic car enthusiast, as well as a modern car enthusiast. But I've always wanted to get a car because they are a big part of my life in the sense that I love them. It's one of my favourite hobbies is car enthusiasm. I don't even know if that is anything, but I love cars and I've grown up around them, and I wanted to get something that signifies that, but is also a car that I personally, you know, spent time around, and is also one of my favourite car manufacturers because it's a car that my dad actually owns. So there you go, and I love this tattoo. I think it's so well done. And if you want to see the picture that it's like a basic, well, obviously copy of, I'll put it in the down bar. This tattoo took 7 hours. I had about 4 or 5 to 10 minute breaks, and it hurt so much. It was maybe, I'd say, after about 6 hours, it was about a 9 out of 10. It was really bad. But to start off with this area, and because I have a tattoo on the other one, on the other arm, I'd say maybe like a 6, but after prolonged, you know, constant going over and over and over, it starts to really hurt. So then I have lips tattoo on my neck. Now these are Fabio's personal lips. He put lipstick on and kissed a piece of paper. I did the same, and he has them too, obviously my lips, but I love this tattoo. I love where it is because I don't get to see it very often, so when I see it in like pictures and stuff, it's always great. So yeah, I also have a peace sign behind my ear. I don't know if you guys can really see. Me and Luca wanted to get tattoos together, and so we went to Miami a few years ago. I got a peace sign, she got a skull. They were kind of like friendship tattoos because she is my best friend, and we didn't want to get matching ones at the time, but I got peace because I just think it's a universal thing that we all want and love, and I got it behind my ear 'cause it's kind of like peace of mind, you know, and like just want to hear some peace and quiet. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so that's that tattoo. Don't think it hurt at all. Personally, I think it was like a 3 out of 10. Luca would say different, but to each their own. So with these next tattoos, I'm just going to talk through them and then add in the split screen because I can't. They're behind me. So on my left shoulder, I have some daisies. The reason I got daisies is because my first pet was Daisy, and when I moved out at 17, she was my fully my responsibility. You know, I was at school otherwise. My mum would look after her while I was at school. So once I moved out and I wasn't at school anymore, she became my full responsibility, and I just have a really strong bond with her and all my dogs. Now, it may sound silly to those who don't really like have pets, but I got the daisies for Daisy. I also have a yin and yang koi fish on my lower right muffin top thingy on the back, if that makes sense. Really bad directional, like, and I also need to stop saying if that makes sense. But I got that because my parents were going through a rough time, and, you know, there was a lot of bad stuff, but then there was a lot of good stuff, and so it's kind of like the balance between good and bad. And it, you know, koi fish are, in a tattoo sense, you know, they swim upstream, so they swim against the current, so it's quite, it signifies going through a tough time. So that tattoo means that. We then have got a thing. So on my left hip to thigh, I have a dreamcatcher tattoo, which is quite large, and it took about 4 or 5 hours. On a scale of pain, I reckon it was about a 7 out of 10 after a while. You know, it starts off slightly less, but when the same area keeps getting tattooed over and over and over and over, it can get a little bit more sensitive and painful. So the reason I got Dreamcatcher tattoo is because I have adored them since I was a kid, and I have collected them since I was a kid. Now unfortunately my dream catcher collection is not all in one place. I can't show you guys all my dream catchers, but I've always had a love for them and for wolves and for just the whole Native American culture in general, as is my family, my grandparents, my mom. So that's the reason why I got the dream catcher tattoo. We then have, sorry I have to like look, remember. We then have an anchor which I drew on the back of my leg, and the reason I drew it is because the top half is my family crest, if you'd like. It's the shipping side of the family, so it's basically like the logo, but without it actually being the logo, it's like the family flag, if that makes sense. Oh my god, if I say that makes sense one more time. So yeah, that is why I got that. On my left foot I have a quote, today is a gift, that's why we call it the present. So I know the full quote is not on my foot, but there wasn't enough room. It's a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, and the reason I got that was to remind myself to live in the present. I'm the kind of person who is in the moment but is like, oh, tomorrow or next week, or oh my god, like I just think about what's to come constantly, and I don't really just enjoy the moment and be thankful for the moment. So that is my reminder. On my right foot we have a 7, a slot machine 7. 5 of us, me and my 5 best friends got those. So myself and 4 best friends were in Vegas, and we wanted to immortalize celebrating my 21st birthday, so we all got slot machine 7s in different locations with different patterns or colours on the inside. So I love that tattoo. I just think it's such a cool thing, and it's like so many awesome memories. I also have a snake on my foot, William Snakespeare. He is one of my favourite tattoos. I love them all, but I just love him so much. I've always wanted a pet snake, always, love them, but I just can't deal with the like feeding of the live animals thing, so unfortunately I'll never have one. But that doesn't really matter because I've got one now. And also the snake is known as a symbol for good health in Greek mythology and whatnot. So I also, is that it? That is in fact the end of my tattoo video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was what you guys were expecting, and I will see you in my next video. Hopefully it'll be the piercings one. Mwah! Peace!